Osteoarthritis is literally the pain of my life. I have lived with osteoarthritis for about 6 years. When first diagnosed, I was devastated as I thought that would be the end of my exercising as I knew it. However, 6 years on, I have learned to manage pain and adapted my workouts. In this video, I will briefly cover what osteoarthritis is and how I have managed my pain and continue to exercise. As we age, a common problem for a lot of us is osteoarthritis. It can affect your mobility in the area where you have it and interfere with everyday activities such as walking and climbing stairs if you have it in your knees, for instance. It most commonly affects those over the age of 50 and women more than men. The most common areas to have osteoarthritis are in the knees, hips, spine, and hands. Me being me, I've got it in my shoulder, or more specifically, in the acromioclavicular joint. In what? Say that again, the acromo thingy what? It's called the acromioclavicular joint. Let's just call it the AC joint. If I look face on, can you see that knobbly bit there on my right shoulder? That is the acromioclavicular joint, and that is where my problem is. Can you see the difference between my right shoulder and my left shoulder? All right, there's my knobbly bit. The shoulder is a complex piece of anatomy that includes 4 joints, where the humerus, otherwise known as the upper arm, the scapula, otherwise known as the shoulder blade, and the clavicle, otherwise known as a collarbone, meet. 2 of these joints, the acromioclavicular or AC joint and the glenohumeral joint, are particularly susceptible to pain caused by arthritis. The arthritic process begins with a deteriorating cartilage, which may be frayed, bumpy, thin, or even missing in some spots. Although healthcare professionals can prescribe or recommend treatments to help you manage your arthritis, the real key to living well with the disease is you, and that's exactly what I've done. Benefits to overall health are well known, and I have done a number of videos on that subject. As we are specifically talking about osteoarthritis, I will concentrate on exercising for this condition, and for me, as I've said, it's in the shoulder. Exercise strengthens the muscles around the joint, and this helps take the stress off the joint, which is what we want. There is one exercise that I just cannot do anymore, and that's the parallel bar dips. It's just too painful for me. Although I've tried on a number of occasions, it just hurts too much, so I just don't bother anymore. With regards to bench pressing, I first realised that I had a problem when I was benching my normal weight at the time, and realised that I was getting a pain in my shoulder, and eventually it got so bad that I could barely do 1 rep with just a standard size Olympic bar, which is about 20 kilograms or about 45 pounds, I think. Through slow rehabilitation and adapting my workout, I've now can do about 60 kilograms bench pressing. To get the intensity, I use a lower weight than I used to, but I just do negative reps. Negative reps basically means, for this exercise, lowering the bar to your chest slower. Press-ups were initially a no-go area, not one. Now though, I think I'm pretty good at them, and I've got back to normal, although I do still feel pain. So here I am doing a shoulder press using a resistance bands from Fitbeast that I did a review of a little while ago. So what I do is, whether I'm using a dumbbell or whether a barbell or a resistance band, I just use lower resistance, and I just use the maximum that I can do. Whereas the shoulder press is not too bad for me, the lateral raise really is a killer, or it can be. So I've had to really reduce my resistance whenever I do a shoulder press, whether it's with a dumbbell or a band. Also, another way I get around it is by shortening the lever. And by shortening the lever, as you can see here, all it is I'm got my arm bent at the elbow. Strangely, I no longer have a problem with pull exercises, including pull-ups, although it did take quite a while to build back. And I think that sort of sums it up, is that if you've got some kind of rehabilitation, one, listen to your healthcare professional, listen to their advice, but also is to take it slowly, like I've done. It's taken me 6 years nigh on to get back to where I am, but I am still feeling it, but I'm a whole lot better. So comment below, do you suffer from osteoarthritis anywhere in the body, or any kind of arthritis? Do you have chronic pain that you've had to manage your workouts? Somewhere around here there are some other videos whereby I explain problems that you may have and exercises that you can do. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe and comment and do all the wonderful things that YouTube likes us to do. I'll see you again soon.